Namaste, dear yogis. We are back and we are on our yogic journey today with a yin yoga class. So there's going to be a sequence dedicated for our lovely bellies, for our digestive system and for our gut. So I do hope you enjoy this practice. This is great if you have any stomach problems, if you have constipation, gas, you have problems with reproductive organs, if you have endometriosis like myself, then I find this sequence very helpful with the pain of these, problems. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Jump onto your yoga mat and we're gonna get started. One thing that I would love to say before we go into this journey, that if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do that. Feel free to support me, like this video or comment. Let me know what you thought about this. And another thing, because I am a small business owner and we are for 1 month in a complete lockdown here in Finland, so no yoga. The restaurants are open, but yoga studios are closed. Isn't that lots of fun? So anyhow, if you do feel like you want to support my small business and these videos, so there's in a comment field there is little description where you can do so, where you can donate, a little something if you feel like that. Anyhow, we're gonna get started. So roll out your mat and let's hop on it. So we are going to start in a child's pose, which is lovely little, like a good type of a pressure for our bellies. I highly recommend that you keep your knees quite underneath that belly, but if you do feel more comfortable with your knees apart, like mat width apart, you can also do a child's pose like this. So we're just gonna go and roll down. You can keep your hands either underneath your forehead or by your side. So of course an option is to keep your hands also at the front if you prefer this, but I like to keep my hands by my side or underneath my forehead. If you notice that the hips are super tight, you can always place a block or your wrists underneath your hand just to balance yourself out. Otherwise, if you're in a child's pose with your head down for quite a long time, you can feel all the blood rushing into your head and you might start to feel a bit woozy afterwards. So anyhow, let's take a moment in here. One of the main causes for stomach pain is stress, and child's pose and yin yoga are one of the best relievers for the stress. So also IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, is caused by stress. So if you have any problems with that, I hope this class will help you. We are going to take about 3 minutes in each pose, just observing the sensations in our body and just observing our mind. This is not a time to organize your calendar or, challenge yourself, but this is a time of freedom, and it is a very, very meditative practice, as you have noticed. So just listen to your limits, listen to your body, observe what is going on in your heart, observe what you're feeling, just enjoy. Good, and with your hands supporting, we're gonna lift ourselves up and we're gonna come into a tabletop position. Good, so making sure that the triceps are facing backwards, not to the side. Good, we're gonna exhale and round our spine, pulling the belly in, gaze into your navel, and as you inhale, Allow the belly to drop, lift your gaze. Pull the heart forward, and as you exhale again, rounding your back. Feeling that beautiful stretch in your belly, in those digestive organs. Again, inhaling, even allowing those collarbones to withdraw to the sides, and exhale round. Last one. Inhaling. And exhale. Good. Coming back to the center and lowering ourselves down onto our belly. So coming into our Sphinx pose. And in our Sphinx pose, keeping our forearms down. And if you notice any pain in your lower back, feel free to bring those arms a little bit forward. What we try to avoid is bringing the elbows back, because in that case, you notice what happens. I'm starting to tense up my shoulders. So either the forearms at the front or elbows underneath the shoulders. What you can do here is use a block or some other prop underneath your head for a support. Another thing that I like to do in a Sphinx pose, especially when I'm focusing on my belly, is placing a pillow underneath my belly. So I'm here at the office now, so I don't have a pillow with me, but anyhow, you get me. If you are at home and you happen to have a pillow there somewhere, causing that bit of a pressure to your belly in a Sphinx pose, is what we want to do. Is it's really healing. It's like giving your digestive organs a bit of a massage. Good. So staying in here again, couple of minutes. Whenever you notice any bit of a back pain, feel free to lower yourself down, go and take a child's pose, or do whatever needs to be done. You can also just rest your head down to your wrists and take a break. What we want to aim for is that the belly is moving with our breathing. So as you inhale, you can feel the belly push against the floor, and as you exhale, the belly kind of withdraws inwards. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. Allow your jaw to relax. Good, and we're going to lift our head. We're going to bring ourselves down. Before you go into your child's pose, just take a couple of deep breaths here. Allow the back to relax. We're not rushing in yin yoga. We want to move from pose to pose, those transformations. The journey in between the poses, we want to make it as calm as possible. We're not in a hurry. Good. And then bring your hands next to your chest, and we're going to push ourselves back again into a child's pose. And you can keep your hands at the front or underneath your forehead this time. We're not going to stay here very long. We just want to stretch out our spine. Again, if you feel, you can just move your head against the floor. Beautiful. And from here we're going to go into a squat, which is a really important pose when we talk about digestive organ health. So back in India, my teacher always said that if everyone would take a minute after eating in a squat, the digestive system would feel so much more happier. And I firmly believe in it, even though I don't always remember to sit in a squat after eating. But we can always try. Occasionally, it's always better than none at all. So good. In a squat, you can also use a block. So I'll just put me here. You can also sit on top of your block like this. If you feel that you need a little bit of support and help. Good. Just breathe. And just feel that downward pulling energy in this pose. It's every time as you exhale, you can feel the energy sinking downwards. You can feel your feet rooting into the earth, and you can feel the tailbone pulling down. Great help for a bowel movement in this pose also. Good, and then we're gonna just take a quick little forward bend. So bring your hands down to the floor. We can walk the feet a little bit closer, like hip width apart, and then just leaning forward. You can also use a block underneath your hands if the hamstring feel very tight. If you notice yourself hanging from your lower back, what I recommend you to do is place a pillow or a block underneath or in between your belly and your thighs. This will help you to relax deeper, so you get that stretch and get that release in your digestive organs and also in between your vertebrae. Oh, this is so nice. Every time I say this, but I would love to just stay in this pose for quite a long time. Oh, that stretch and that beautiful inversion, all the benefits, lovely. Good. So from here we're going to lower ourselves down and let's go and lie down on our back. Beautiful. All the rest of the poses are done on our belly, so make sure you're comfortable. If you do need your blocks or your props or your any other things, then keep them handy. Good, so we'll lie down on our mats. We're gonna hug the knees into our chest, and just one of the absolute favorites when it comes to healing my belly when it's hurting is this pose, wind relieving pose. So it does really help. So just pulling those knees into your chest, giving that belly a bit of a massage. It's lovely. Good. And we're going to lengthen the left leg. Keep that right knee in your chest still. So what you are doing here, you're adding some pressure onto your belly. So if you think of your, what is it? English. Oh dear. Oh dear. Digestive tract. There we go. So when you're pulling your knee into your belly, you're gonna really feel that kind of a bit of a pressure in your digestive tract, just in the beginning of your bowel. Just a lovely little massage. Good, and we're gonna go into a twist now. So just release your right hand down to the right, and with the left hand you're gonna go carefully while listening to your body into a twist. So you can use your blocks underneath your knee if you wish. Good, and relaxing here. Avoid this that the hand lifts up, so you can quite quickly feel that the nerves are getting trapped. So keep your hand, your shoulder down, and elevate the leg or support the knee if you need to be there safely in this pose. So you don't want to hurt your back, you don't want to hurt yourself at all, never ever. So just make sure that you are there nicely and comfortably. And you can close your eyes. We're going to stay here for a couple of minutes, just breathing, relaxing, letting go. That's what yin yoga is all about. Learning to let go, learning of surrendering and not controlling, and so not being on top of things all the time, but just letting the world flow. You know, it will move on. That is a fact. We're going to come back to the center and just relax your feet down, knees hip width apart, hands by your side, and we're going to just swing the knees side by side, just a little bit massaging that back out. And yet again, we're going to hug the knees into our chest, into this wind relieving pose or reclined child's pose. Great poses have many names, as you know it. Good. Oh, I do enjoy this lovely pose. Good, and then we're going to lengthen our right leg down. Just keep that left knee, hug it into your belly, and again feeling that bit of a pressure on the left side of your digestive tract. So at the end of that bowel. Good, and coming into your twist, take the left hand down to the left side and just slowly, so you have time to listen to any of those messages rising from your body. You go and twist. You might notice that one side feels a little bit tighter compared to another side. Observing any sensation, possible sensations from this stretch, like the stretch in the chest area, chest muscles, and of course that beautiful squeeze in your digestive organs. Bit of a stretch in your neck if you move your head to your left, and also a lovely little stretch in the back, healing your spine, increasing the mobility of your spine, and a bit of a stretch in the glute muscles. So very versatile pose, this one. Loving it. And again, closing your eyes for a couple of minutes. Just relax. Good. Slowly coming out of the pose again. Keep your feet on the floor, knees hip width apart. Just gently rock your knees side to side. Good. Now lift those hips a little and lengthen your spine into the floor. We're going to hug the knees in, and you can circle those knees a bit if you wish. And as a last pose before Shavasana, we're going to take a banana pose, which is very helpful when it comes to digestive problems. I will tell you more. Bring your feet down, your right ankle towards the right corner of the mat, and place the left ankle on top of the right. Good. And we're going to take our hands above our head, and we're going to kind of curve that body into the shape of banana. That's where the Bananasana name comes from. So you look like a banana when you're in this pose. Now make sure that the pelvis doesn't lift up. Make sure that the shoulder stays on the floor, shoulder blades, and so make sure that you're comfortable. You can have your hands in whichever way. Where we aim to stretch is the side of the obliques, of course, obliques and the digestive tract and the digestive organs on the left side, of course, the hip and the IT band and the shoulder. Everything gets a lovely stretch out of this pose. So just take your moment, relax, find a position where you're nice and comfortable. And we're going to take a couple of minutes again here. Also, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of the great poses when it comes to relieving the pain of the endometriosis. So if you also have any problems with reproductive organs, so this is a lovely pose to kind of heal and aid with the pain. So I recommend. Let's start to slowly return to the center. So this is a very strong pose, you might have noticed it. So make your way back to the center carefully and calmly. We're going to bring bend the knees, feet down, and again just lift the hips a little bit. Lengthen your spine, good, and hug your knees into your chest. Lovely. You can rock yourself side to side a bit. Good. And let's do the other side. So bring your feet down, your left ankle towards the left corner of your mat. Place your right ankle on top. And again, we're going to curve ourselves into a shape of banana. So bringing your hands above your head, making sure that the shoulders don't lift up. So if you do, it doesn't matter, in my opinion, that if the right elbow lifts up, you can also keep it down if you prefer, but just see how you're comfortable. And again, feel that stretch in the right side of your obliques, in the right side of digestive organs, in the hip, in the IT band that runs down the side of your thigh, and also in the shoulder, in the chest area. Again, a very beautiful pose. Closing your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow the body to sink into the floor. Taking a couple of minutes here, just feeling the healing. Good, and let's slowly come back to the center. And bend your knees, relax, and lift the hips, lengthen your spine down. Hug your knees into your chest, good. Rock yourself side to side. Good, maybe take a hold of your knees and just circle the knees a bit. And then lift the legs up, maybe circle the ankles, or even if you wish, you can just shake your legs a tiny bit. Good, we're gonna go into our final relaxation, so bring your legs down. If you want to use any props, you might wanna bring the blocks underneath your thighs. Lengthen the legs. You can have your hands by your side with your palms facing upwards. This is what I mainly recommend because you feel this sense of openness and kind of a receiving sensation in your body. But if you have tight shoulders, then in that case this might feel a little uncomfortable. So in that case, place your palms on your belly. So it might be quite nice now when you've been working on that belly to just send some beautiful healing energy to your belly. If you have issues with the neck and shoulders, what I recommend in a final relaxation is that you place a block underneath your head. So this might help a little bit with the tension in the neck. Otherwise, if the neck is very tight and you end up being like this, then that's not good. Lovely. So let's take a moment in here. This is a very important pose, so please don't skip it. I know it's easy when you're at home and you think like, it doesn't matter, it's just the Shavasana. It is not just the Shavasana, it's like one of the most important poses in yoga. This is where we really practice that being present and, practice that meditative side of the yoga. One of the hardest poses, that's why we want to skip it. Good, so just close your eyes and let go. Soften your face, soften your shoulders, your back, your hips, your arms and your legs. Few minutes here for yourself, enjoying the freedom. Enjoying the not doing, not achieving, not controlling, just completely free from everything, from the outside world. This is your moment. Good, now take a deep breath in. And exhale completely. Notice how you feel, how your body feels. Move your head slightly side to side. Move your fingers and your toes. Lengthen your arms above your head and take a deep breath in. And then bend your knees and turn over to your right side into a fetal position. We want to keep our eyes still closed, and we want to be in that beautiful land of freedom and the land of Shavasana. But let's come up into a cross-legged seated position. A nice and comfortable cross-legged seated position. Good. Bring your hands together and start to rub your palms just to create some heat. And then bring your warm palms over your closed eyes. And in the darkness of your palms, open up your eyes and take your hands back to your heart center. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope your belly feels awesome, and I'm very grateful that you took this time to take care of yourself, to practice your yoga, and just enjoying the moment with you. And yeah, we shall continue. Let me know what you thought about this video, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, if you have any other videos that you have in mind that you would love to have on this channel, then please comment below and let me know what you want to do next. I would love to hear that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then feel free to subscribe, because I would love to have your support, and I would love to let you know, next time when I have something amazing in my mind and I want to practice with you. So then you're up to date. Anyhow, have a lovely, lovely day, sending you healing, sending you joy and light. Peace out.